The Giants have one of the worst records in the NFL right now, but they have one of the brightest futures with loads of future superstars on the team. So today they decided to hire me as the new general manager to win a Super Bowl, but they're only giving me a total of 10 seasons to achieve that goal. But if I can't complete it in under 10 seasons, I'll have to buy this insane Cam Skattebo card and quick sell him for literally nothing. So for me to avoid doing that, I'm going to have to try and start winning a Super Bowl with this team ASAP, which this team is not bad at all. We are missing a few players from injury, so I might as well just sim to the playoffs where we finish with a record of 4-13. Jackson Dart's rookie season wasn't horrendous, but he was missing Cam Skattebo and he was missing Malik Neighbors, so I'll cut him some slack. But what I haven't told you guys just yet is that for every season we miss the playoffs, we'll have to spin from the Wheel of Punishment where we will get things like this. Okay, well, I can't re-sign any players this offseason, which I guess isn't the end of the world because I don't really care to re-sign anybody here. And there really isn't any free agents I want to sign anyway. So we're just going to head to the draft where we have the second overall pick, only trailing another New York team. And I'm actually going to secure our left tackle of the future. Elliott Long is ranked 1 in true value. We got him at 2. That is the first time I've ever seen a left tackle ranked number 1 in true value. And then in the second round, I'm also going to continue to upgrade our offensive line with Eddie Martinez. Unfortunately, he is a normal dev. But heading into our second official season, we've got Malik Neighbors back. We've got Cam Skattebo back, and we got our new offensive tackle. Abdul Carter, our former 3rd overall pick, is now a superstar dev. Brian Burns now X Factor. Dude, things are looking up for the New York Giants. Also, Daniel Jones is now on the Los Angeles Rams. But let's see how the first week of the new New York Giants era is. We're 1-0. Let's see if we can go 17-0 this year. Okay, yep, nope, that's not gonna happen. Jackson Dart is off to a great sophomore season, though. Cam Skattebo as well, and Malik Neighbors with 100 yards and a touchdown. I really just want to see Malik Neighbors and Jackson Darts develop together. As for 3 and 4 at the midseason point, no league leaders, but Jackson Dart's not playing bad. Cam Skattebo's halfway to 1,000 yards, but Malik Neighbors definitely should be doing better. So I'm going to change our offensive playbook to Atlanta. That is one of the most balanced playbooks in the game, so I think that's going to help us out a lot. And right now on defense, Dexter Lawrence does have 4 sacks. Same for Brian Burns, and Abdul Carter is right there with 2. Let's just keep the train rolling, boys. I don't want to miss the playoffs and have to spin from the Wheel of Punishment again. Looks like we are going to. Even though Jackson Dart had a great season with 4,000 passing yards, Cam Skattebo 1,100 rushing yards, and Malik Neighbors definitely did not have the season I was expecting. But everyone else did amazing, man. Brian Burns and Abdul Carter, Dexter Lawrence even. But to make things even worse, the Eagles are going to win a Super Bowl this year. And then we've also got to follow that up with a wheel spin from the Wheel of Despair and Punishment. We have to skip free agency. All right. Well, we've got to skip free agency, but at least I can re-sign players. So I'm going to try and do that with Bobby Okereke. And there are so many good players in free agency that I just can't even attempt to sign. And pick 11 is going to be our highest pick this year, despite finishing with a record of 8-9. We desperately need a cornerback, but Shamir Baggs is not really that good. Same for Parker Ware. Neither of these guys are good. So you know what? I'm going to try and make a trade here. I want Denzel Ward so badly, and a first rounder is going to make it close, but I'll have to throw in more picks if I want him, which I'm going to have to do, but it is worth it for a 92 overall cornerback. And then with our second round pick, I'm just going to take an offensive lineman. Matt Einson's ranked 14 in true value. That dude's going to be a stud. But year 3 is here. Jackson Dart's an 82 overall. Cam Skattebo's improving. Same for Malik Neighbors. I'm hoping to have a better season from him this season. Offensive line looks pretty solid. And same for the defense as we add a superstar cornerback. But season 3 is here, and we have still yet to even sniff the playoffs. And my goal is to literally win a Super Bowl, so I've got to start doing that. The Giants are 5-2 at the 2027 midseason point. We've got to re-sign a lot of fellas here, including the new cornerback we just traded for. But I'm going to start off with re-signing Dexter Lawrence, Andrew Phillips, who is only 25 years old, and Javon Holland, who is only 27. He is unsure if he wants to still be a Giant. But who isn't unsure is Denzel Ward, who will get a 1-year extension. Just kidding. He also does not want to come back. But right now, Jackson Dart's throwing for 14 touchdowns. Cam Scatterbo rushing for 500. Malik Neighbors 400. And we have a rookie in Demetrius Holt who is cooking. He's a 79 overall star dev, and he's looking the wrong way. And Brian Burns and Abdul Carter also having amazing seasons. 9-7-1. We missed the playoffs. But the good news is that Jackson Dart did finish second in passing yards, while Demetrius Holt was second in receiving yards. A great season from the Giants offense, as Cam Scatterbo also had 1,200 rushing yards. Malik Neighbors also 1,000 yards, but he was kept in the shadows because of Demetrius Holt, who is a 91 overall now. And as for the defense, Abdul Carter is starting to break out, as he had 11.5 sacks this season. He is still a superstar dev. And we had 3 players with double-digit sacks, yet we still missed the playoffs. Like, what? I guess the good news is that Demetrius Holt not only won Offensive Rookie of the Year, but Offensive Player of the Year as a rookie. That is insane. But the bad news is that the Eagles won another Super Bowl. And another bad thing is that we're going to have to spin again from the wheel of punishments for missing the playoffs again, as we're going to have to reset our highest overall. Please, no, thank you. It's just swapped out a starter, which isn't really that big of a punishment yet because we aren't that good yet. But you know what? I'll swap out Dundell for Peppers. Abdul Carter, we're going to accept your option. We've got to get busy with re-signing a lot of our players here. Denzel Ward, I'm going to give you a 2-year player-friendly deal, and you are going to accept that. Javon Holland, honestly, nah, screw it. I will re-sign you. Yeah, I'll do it. You got me. Jackson Dart, we are going to accept your option. And Cooper DeJean is the highest overall free agent right now. If we pair him up with Denzel Ward and Drew Phillips, our secondary is going to be gross. And you know what? While we're on the topic of getting Philadelphia Eagles, let's get Zach Bond. And we literally got neither of them. Cooper DeJean went to the Patriots while Zach Bond went to the Jets. Okay, this is why we don't like the Eagles as Giants fans. And you know what? Let's just sign Braden Fisk, I guess. At least somebody wants to come here. And right now we've got pick number 18. And I think the play here is to get a new strong safety, as Lynn Lindsay is ranked number 2 in true value. And you know what? Let's draft another cornerback in Jalen Bernard. We are really upgrading the secondary in this draft. And then in the 3rd round, Nate Weatherspoon looks like an absolute steal, which he's a hidden dev, so we'll take it. And season number 4, the Giants looking like the best they've ever looked. We're an 86 overall. I need to keep Peppers right there. Defense is looking like the best defense in the league until now, because I'm trading Dexter Lawrence. He had a good run, but he is just regressing continuously. And now I'd rather get 3 first-rounders for him instead. So I don't really know what to expect from a season 4, but we did sign Braden Fisk, so he is going to help us a lot. But I guess there's only one way to find out. We're going to send him to the midseason point. We're 2-4 with no league leaders, but Jackson Dart is playing the best ball he has played yet, with Demetrius Holt playing insane. This man is about to be a 99 overall in his 2nd season, and I'm gonna have to pay Malik Neighbors, who I actually might have to trade. I can't afford to pay him, so instead I'll get an 85 overall superstar center and a 1st rounder for Malik Neighbors, because we can't afford to pay Brian Burns and Cam Scatterbo if we paid Malik Neighbors. And I can't even pay Cam Scatterbo right now. He does not want to come back. So season number 4 actually might just be a wash. Another year where the Giants missed the playoffs. The only good news is that Demetrius Holt, yet again, had a record-breaking season. And Jackson Dart also had an insane season with 41 touchdowns, only 10 interceptions. Cam Scatterbo, 1,100 yards. We've got to re-sign this man. And in the 1st season without Dexter Lawrence, our defensive tackle has 10.5 sacks. And no Super Bowl or playoffs, but at least Demetrius Holt is balling out. Let's see what the next wheel from the wheel of punishments is going to be. We're going to have to reset our highest overall. Do not tell me that is Demetrius. Oh my God, it is Demetrius. So he is going to go from a 99 overall to a 12 overall. So we just traded Malik Neighbors thinking Demetrius Holt was going to save us, and that just was not the case at all. And now Brian Burns wants to play for a new team. Things are just not up as a Giants fan right now. At least Cam Scotabo wants to stay. And you know what? I might just have to franchise tag Brian Burns. No, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to. Nope. I'm not doing it. Not doing it. Nope. That's so much money. And I really don't even have money to really afford anybody. I guess I can afford Yaya, so let's do that. At least we get a Brian Burns replacement. Am I right? At least we have 3 first rounders this year, 2 being top 10. And there is a receiver right here waiting for me. But he's going to go to the Jets instead. So instead, I'll just have to take this cornerback who has all A's in key ratings. And he also runs a 4.24. He is going to be ranked 2 in true value. And he's going to be labeled a generational prospect. Hassan Randall, welcome to New York, brother. And you know what? I think with my top 10 pick, I'm going to take Maurice Joseph to be our new wide receiver 1. For Mr. Dart, he might have seemed to be a reach, but he was an A+ excellent pick. And right now, we're going to gear up for more assets. So I'm going to trade this pick for a future New York Jets first rounder. And I have a plan here. I'm going to take this strong safety from Clemson. He's ranked 15 in true value. Got him at 41. And I'm going to move my current strong safety to middle linebacker. So now our defense looks like this. I would say it's definitely better than our offense, although our offense isn't horrendous. It's just Jackson Dart hasn't really improved since his rookie season. So you know what? I am giving him this season, his last season, to show me something that he is the future of the New York Giants. Because if he isn't, I am ready to move on and get a new quarterback. If you haven't heard already, I'm trying to surpass the New Orleans Saints official YouTube channel in subscribers. So if you could, please subscribe if you do enjoy the videos. Okay, Mr. Dart, you're showing me something here. 5-2, as he is also top 3 in passing yards. He's thrown 0 interceptions so far. With Scotabo having a decent season, Maurice Joseph, our first round rookie, top 10. He's unfortunately only a star dev, but he is playing great. And as we look at the defense, Abdul Carter has 5 sacks. Braden Fisk has 5.5. Our rookie Hassan Randall has an interception, as he is our new X Factor cornerback. Well, our new strong safety is also an X Factor. And right now I have so many players I have to re-sign. It's not even funny. I am going to start with Abdul Carter. He is going to get re-signed, but he needs more time to think it over. Okay, how about I just re-sign our superstar center? There we go. Let's re-sign our star right guard. There we go. And let's re-sign our star left tackle, Andrew Thomas. There we go. And we've also got to re-sign Jackson Dart, which I might have to wait and see at the end of the season. I need to see if he can lead us to the playoffs for the first time in his career. It's been 5 years, Jackson. You've got to finally do it. As he leads us to an NFC East title as we go 12-5. Jackson Dart finishes 2nd in passing yards with almost 5,000 passing yards, while Maurice Joseph has 1,600 receiving yards and 22 receiving touchdowns. What a season from Jackson Dart, man. I think I can confidently say he is our starting quarterback. Cam Scotabo, great season. He's up to a 92. And Maurice Joseph, he is without a doubt going to win Offensive Rookie of the Year after this insane season. While our glorious king, Demetrius Holt, is all the way down here with zeros all across the board. He was on pace for GOAT status. Pouring out from our boy Demetrius Holt. Abdul Carter, 14 sacks. Braden Fisk, great season. Yaya, great season. Dude, just a great season in general for the New York Giants, man. As the G-Men will have to play the Falcons in the first round. Our first playoff appearance, they're going to have a load of skill positions that are just insane. With Michael Penix being an 89 overall superstar X Factor. Our first playoff game of the rebuild since I've taken over. And even if we don't win this playoff game, at least we do avoid the wheel of punishment, as we are going to unfortunately lose. With Jackson Dart not really doing anything. All of his yards essentially came from Maurice Joseph. And Yaya was really the only player on defense that did anything. And despite not winning a Super Bowl that season, Jackson Dart won NFL MVP. Brian Dabble won Coach of the Year. Maurice Joseph won Offensive Player of the Year and Offensive Rookie of the Year. What a season from the Giants. As Abdul Carter needs to get re-signed ASAP, so we're going to do just that. And Jackson Dart jumps up all the way to his superstar dev. Okay, yeah, we've got to re-sign this man. We've got to re-sign him, Jackson Dart. Welcome back to New York. Where unfortunately, Braden Fisk, that means you're the odd man out. I'm sorry. And Denzel Ward has also regressed so much, so he's also gone. And Max Crosby is now a free agent. That would have been so sick if I actually had cap, but I do not have anywhere near the cap space to acquire him. And despite making the playoffs, we are going to finish with a top 3 pick this year. And I think since we just lost Braden Fisk, Tyler Peralta might be the guy with the trade up for. His physicals are insane. His skills are insane. It took 3 first rounders to get the job done, but we do move up to number 1. Tyler Peralta is too generational to pass up on. He is ranked 3 in true value, and he is going to be an absolute freak show for the Giants. And since we traded our other first round pick, we are going to only have our second round pick to look forward to next. And we have yet to take a tight end in the draft, so let's take Roger Mitchell to be our new tight end. I guess we'll see. Season number 6 has finally arrived, and Jackson Dart is now up to a superstar dev. He joins the 4 other superstar devs on the offense, while the defense is full of X factors and 1 superstar dev. I mean, we're an 88 overall all across the board. And since we just made the playoffs in season number 5, we are poised for a big season in season number 6, building on that. 6-1 headed into week number 8 in the 2030 season. Jackson Dart is second in passing yards, just trailing Joseph Burrow. What a season from our superstar quarterback. Cam Scotabo, great season. Maurice Joseph continues to build on the season he just had. He's up to a 93. And defensively, Yaya's got 4 sacks, and right behind him is our new defensive tackle in Tyler Peralta, who of course is an X factor, sitting at an 85 overall. And right now we've got to pay a lot of our offensive line. 2 superstar devs at that. And Elliott Long is gonna cost an absolute fortune, but it must be done. Elliott Long, come on, brother. We need you back in the big blue next season, unless we're gonna win a Super Bowl this season. We're 7-1. Can we make it 8-1 heading into the bye week? No, we can't. Unfortunately, we barely lose. But you know what? I'm feeling good, boys. Let's just send to the end of the season. 13-4. We are back in the playoffs. We are back-to-back NFC East champs with ease. And Jackson Dart continues his insane stretch of play. 53 touchdowns on the year. He's now up to a 95. Cam Scotabo, 1,100 yards. Maurice Joseph, 1,600 yards and 25. Yes, 25 touchdowns. Our number 1 overall pick, Tyler Peralta, had 10.5 sacks in his rookie season. Not too shabby. As we're going to play a team that we played twice already this season in the Washington Commanders. They ended up signing Max Crosby. Wow. They still have Jaden Daniels as well, who's an 87. And they've got a 95 overall. The superstar X Factor halfback. This one might be tricky, gentlemen. The Commanders lead 7-0. We make it 7-7. Our offense is starting to come to life here. We need more points, Mr. Dart. We need more than just field goals if we want to win this game. Actually, I would not mind a field goal right now as we make one with 45 seconds left. We are up 2 with 5 seconds left. Jaden Daniels, is he going to throw it deep? Yes, he is. Oh my God, it's a crossbody dot, and it is going to fall short as we're moving on to the divisional round. Jackson Dart didn't do a whole lot, but we will take it. In this next round, we will be playing the 11-6 Buccaneers, who are led by Bucky Irving and a 91 overall quarterback. And Emeka Buka is a 92 overall. And we are actually only 1 overall higher than this team. And it is an absolute blizzard in New York right now. But it does not seem to be affecting Jackson Dart, who is putting up 21 points, making 28. The Giants are going to advance to the NFC Championship game because of Jackson Dart, as he throws for 4 touchdowns on the day. Had more touchdowns than incompletions, by the way. Shout out to Sean Fulton and Hassan Randall for the interceptions. And to make it to the Super Bowl, we will have to play the Green Bay Packers. And the last time the Giants played the Packers in the playoffs, it did not go too well for us. And they still have Micah Parsons. They still have Jordan Love, as he's now an X Factor. This should be interesting. Okay, well, we're already up 7-0 to start the game. The weather is way better today. And just like that, the Packers are going to tie it up. But Maurice Joseph is going to move us into field goal range. And if we make this kick, we advance to the Super Bowl. 17-14, the Giants are headed to the Super Bowl because of another Jackson Dart masterclass. And also Maurice Joseph. And it is now the 10-7 Cleveland Browns, who we will play in the Super Bowl for all the marbles. They don't have Shedeur, but they do have Taylor Thomas. And their best player is a 99 overall middle linebacker, followed by a 96 overall X Factor cornerback and an X Factor receiver. And Myles Garrett is still on the Browns as a 95 overall. And since we've just made the Super Bowl, Jackson Dart has now been upgraded to a Superstar X Factor at the perfect time, because we are facing a team that is better than us, man. They're at 93 overall. This is for all the marbles, boys. The Giants versus the Browns. The Super Bowl of poverty franchises is now underway. Can Jackson Dart lead us to the promised land? It's now 10-7. Make it 10-10. Jackson Dart is starting to lock in. We're up 20-10. And that's going to seal the deal. The New York Giants, led by Jackson Dart, win a Super Bowl. After hiring me as their general manager, it took 6, maybe 7 seasons to win a Super Bowl, but we get it done. Jackson Dart is a Super Bowl champion. And what a dream season for the Giants, boys. Jackson Dart wins another MVP. Brian Daboll wins another Coach of the Year, and Maurice Joseph wins Offensive Player of the Year again. As this Cam Scotabo card is free from being discarded. That's gonna do it for this Giants rebuild. If you boys enjoy this rebuild, want to see another rebuild, click right here where I rebuilt the Washington Commanders. See if I can win Jaden Daniels a Super Bowl.